I can't hear anything. Let me check. Gotta turn my Bluetooth off, probably. No. I can't hear you. It says I'm in. Wonder why I can't hear you. Oh, you got yourself muted. That's why you're muted. I was like, I didn't think it was me. Your phone's muted. Says yours is muted. Your phone's muted. I can't even hear myself talking right now. So
now it works.
hi, I can hear you now. Can you?
Hello? What the fuck happened? God damn, it was working fine. Hello, 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 hello. Hello? Where'd you go? Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Everything sucks on here all the time. Fuck. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just accidentally kicked myself out because it's on my phone right now. So you don't get as many options on the phone.
Yeah. It was on car, but I had to switch it to iPhone microphone.
Always learning.
But it wasn't working through the car. I wasn't getting no sound.
Yeah, I can hear you great now.
That's good.
I'm on my phone.
These would be better if people just stood in front of each other and talked.
Yeah, phones?
Yeah, just like stood in front of each other and talked, so that way there's no wires or audio connections or anything.
You mean like real life?
Yeah, that way there's no devices or anything, or wires or video or anything.
You ever done these? It's lemon juice, a little bit of sugar, garlic, ginger, and hot water.
Oh yeah, that'll clear out your sinuses and everything.
It's one of those immortality elixirs.
Do you get it at a place or you make it?
I made it. I went to when I picked up my medicine at Walgreens or whatever, I picked up a garlic thing, once you pop, you got to refrigerate it, but it's a bunch. It's good, like a bunch of garlic.
Oh, like minced garlic,
pretty good.
Pre-made?
It's all. Yeah, well, yeah, they chop it up and then I don't know. It's like water probably in there, so it just sits in the jar. But once you pop it, you have to put it in the fridge to keep it fresh. I didn't know garlic can expire, but they're good. They last pretty long, but it's easier than. Otherwise, chop it up fresh is fine, but I just scoop a little of that for this stuff. It works great.
it can even go bad just sitting there, and before it's chopped, it gets all mushy and shit, and all rotted and shit. It lasts a
Yeah,
while in the
spongy.
jar, but it does go bad eventually. But it's
Yeah.
delicious, good for you. I love garlic. I use
Yeah.
it a
So
lot.
it's like garlic and ginger, and then lemon juice, and then a little sugar and hot water. Yeah, it's like health elixir.
Yeah, it's a good combo. The lemon just for flavor, right? Just for a little bit of flavor.
Lemon is for citrus.
Yeah, yeah.
Vitamin C. Uh, lemon's got vitamin
Makes your
C.
dick hard.
Instead, the
Makes your
acid
dick hard.
balances with the ginger. Like ginger, I think is like a balancer, and then I think the lemon juice is an acid, so it helps with that stuff
Ginger,
probably, like balancing you out.
ginger's ginger's like one of the healthiest things, I guess. Combined with garlic, they're real super healthy for you.
I think so,
They make
unless
your
you're a
penis. They
vampire, you
make
can
your
have
penis.
garlic.
Yeah, they make your penis hard and your butthole engorged and tingly. That's what I heard. Anyways, I read it in a book.
Yeah, same
But
same
yeah,
same book.
you don't have
Same book that says the rhino horns.
Yeah, same kind of
Same
snake
book.
oil shit that I like. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. If you choke yourself out, it makes your heart on work good and last longer.
Yeah, we're all
Just
gonna
don't
die
want to. Just
someday.
don't die. Oh, you know
Humanity.
what?
Humanity.
Bob Saget. They're saying he died from. He just basically fell over and bumped his head.
Right. Sort of. Some people are saying that.
That's
Some
the
people are.
current official terms of death.
I've heard it was a very big
Well, what do you think?
bruise on his. Huh?
On his head. What do you think then? You
I
don't
just
believe what
heard.
his family said?
No, I don't. I don't believe what his family said. They weren't there. How would they know?
They're the ones that had
I
the
don't
body
believe it. I don't.
recovered, and then
The doctor, when who did the autopsy, said it was like a giant bruise on his head, like it was more than just falling. So I don't know who to believe, is what I'll say.
he had an
I don't know who to.
aneurysm. Shit, he had brain aneurysms. His blood vessels exploded.
No, I heard his physical head has a giant bruise, like he was hit with something, but I have no idea who to believe. So I have no idea.
Oh, you
That's
think
just
somebody bludgeoned America's dad in the back of the head?
No, I don't think anything. All I can do is rely on other people's information, which is all fucking contradictory and different all the time. So I have
He
no
had
idea who.
he had a little gay twink on the side that no one knew about that took him out like Gianna Versace.
I didn't know Bob was
You know how
gay.
Gianna Versace died from a little gay twink kid?
Oh yeah.
He walked
I don't
up
know.
on it and shot him to death.
Maybe Bob's family had him killed. They get all the money.
What's he got? One daughter and a wife.
He's got 3 daughters and a wife, and probably $1 billion. I don't fucking know.
Oh, he has
Got a lot
3
of-
daughters?
Yeah, as far as I know, he has 3 daughters.
Opie's only got 1 daughter.
Huh?
Ron Howard's daughter. Ron Howard's only got 1 daughter.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Oh, I call him Opie.
That makes sense.
Ron Howard
He
is
looks like
Opie.
that. He looks like that his whole life, basically.
I think so. But redhead is not a race, so you can't have any hate crimes. And also, redhead is not a gender, so you cannot have any hate crimes. Also, redhead is
that'd be
not
cool if,
a religion, so you cannot have any hate crimes.
Yeah, that's
It's okay to
that's important.
do mean shit to redhead.
That's important as far as modern gibberish goes. You know, you got to keep.
Yeah, you got to know where the
100.
lines are.
Yeah, you got to
If
know.
you don't know where the lines are, you're gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
You don't want to get canceled before you got a couple specials for Netflix to sell.
Those are important.
Did you know what happened?
No, I don't know what happened.
Netflix asked James Chappelle to do 4 more specials for them.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like that really. Oh man, all that stress people had and all that Oh man, I don't know what they're gonna do now. They're probably gonna have some brain aneurysms.
Probably, yeah, exactly.
They were, oh man, remember how mad they were when he come out with his latest special? They were like, "Oh, Netflix," and then some people even quit. Oh man, I bet they were. That was
Yeah.
horrible having people quit so that they couldn't. If they get fired, they can get unemployment. But since they quit on their own recognizance, Netflix saved money. Probably hired up, but it gave an intern a promotion. You want to get paid now?
Yeah. Actually, a lot
You
of people
know?
said that special wasn't very funny. There was no jokes in it, and he was just angry, and I go, man, I heard a lot of funny jokes, like hundreds of them. I was laughing super hard. I don't know.
I
But I
mean,
guess
I
I don't know jokes though, so I'm not a joke guy. I don't really know anything about jokes. So if I was laughing and it was Dave Chappelle, who's only like most people consider him really good at jokes, but those people know better. They should probably decide what a joke is or not. I think they know more. Dave Chappelle,
I
no
watched
jokes.
Chappelle for I watched Chappelle for his delivery and paying attention to his vocal cadences, seeing when he chooses not to use accents. Just different things I think I could take off him. Not steal, but utilize this, like as if he's teaching me a lesson kind of thing. You know,
Yeah,
like if I go to a live stand-up show, I want to see how Doug tells a tale and see if I can pick up a few tricks.
that's a good thing. You're a student of the game.
I know, right?
You're a
So what do
student of
I
the
know
game,
about
bro.
them? They say like, oh, you don't tell no jokes. They say, oh, was I supposed to be listening for jokes because I was paying attention to how. I mean, I figured the audience is laughing their ass off, so obviously there must have been jokes, but I don't know. I was paying more attention to seeing if he broke himself in his own when he's telling a story because I want to see if he fucked up on his own joke.
He doesn't do that too much.
I want to see if he's treating this like a mic right now, or if he actually is using the stuff that he's been working at the store. I haven't seen him at the store lately, but he's been at the store and Hollywood Improv. I think those are the two he goes to work on material. What I say, like if you go
Yeah,
to the comedy club and these dudes, what's that?
I just said I'd love to see him work out material sometime. That would be a treat.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I've
doesn't
seen
need
Bill
a
Burr doing
fucking.
it.
He doesn't even need full on jokes. He just talks and jokes come out. He doesn't need.
I
He
think so.
doesn't need like, oh, I have my set list of jokes. He can just talk and be funny. He's fucking genius.
I think he also kind of, at least my opinion of him, like when I've seen when he comes around right now lately, he has a love for comedy, and what he's doing a lot is supporting the next comedians and kind of hearing what it's like. And I think that's because he kind of like he knows he can never go back to how he started from, but he's at a point in his life where I think he's kind of working around that concept of like it helps him a bit keep grounded. I think if that makes sense. Being around like it helps humble him down a bit, maybe being around the local like comedians, like amateurs and shit.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though. It's not like he hangs out in the front porch, but he does hang out with the comics. At the shows, he'll stay till the end. Like he'll stay till the end of a show, kind of thing, at a mic kind of thing that he dropped in on, kind
Oh
of thing.
yeah. Oh, you see him
Yeah,
and shit?
and then the other one is I haven't seen with Chappelle except I've seen in my friends' stories where I like comics, and I'm like, oh, I should have gone to that one. It's usually like a Hollywood improv workshop, like Hollywood improv
Yeah, I'd rather.
comedy work.
I almost rather see him do
Shop.
that than go to one of his shows.
Oh, totally. It's a benefit of being out here. I saw Bill Burr working on his material though at the comedy
That'd be
store.
awesome. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, it's cool because it's more like he's relaxed. He's not performing, and like if he fucks something up, he's like, I know that one's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
That was.
We gotta get.
I'll work on that one. Don't worry.
Yeah, you got to say it out of your mouth first before you fucking do anything in front of people.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I seen people working like Whitney's Cummings, Wicked
Nice.
Whitney's. And
Yeah.
she was interacting with me specifically. I was the only person in the audience giving her participation. She was trying to work on a joke that required the audience like involvement. And since it's like the fucking store, I think so. A lot of the people were comics, I think too. You know, so I was
Yeah.
like, I would helped her out. It was she's doing a joke, working on jokes about genetics, like 23s and me's and stuff. She fucked around with me. I didn't get a chance to talk to her after though.
Oh, does it cost money to go just sit in the store and watch? Is there like attendance? Is there like
There's no cover charge to go to Comedy Store, but they
so
do charge for shows at the Comedy Store. But that
I just mean like
does not extend to all the shows, especially late night up top in the belly room. That's what Don Barris performs at. That shit you can go to for free. You just gotta drink, gotta hang out and drink. Basically, you don't even have to drink, but I would suggest it, especially to get through the most trashiest of the trash. But some of people are gonna be through that. That's where they be.
You can just walk in and sit down.
There'll be shows also though.
No, but I mean, if you want to see the comics like working out their material, does that count as a show?
No, you can go see that for free, or you can go to the show. The show is still a similar thing, but the show is in the main room.
Oh.
There's basically two different rooms. There's one that's up higher, that's a smaller room, and the one that's down below, that's the bigger room.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering what counts as a show. Show is normally like one comic doing a whole.
No, yeah, these are mics. These are mics, but more professional mics. These are Comedy Store mics.
Oh, that's cool. I'd like to go do that.
Like the ones that would be like technically shows are like the one that they just did a documentary on. David Chappelle's in it. It's pretty good. It talks about the Thursdays Blacks Urban Comedy Store show that's still going on. I know a lot of the comics that are in that bitch. Like some of them are meh, and other ones are like super bad. But like, you know, I think that it's like, come on, it works for what they want, so it's fine. But I can only take so many white people be like jokes before I'm like, come on, man. How about we throw a little bit of Asian people be like? No, they love if you shit on Asians in the Comedy Store. They have a huge audience. It's like hella drunk Asians.
Right.
I didn't know that till recently. So like if you got Asian material or jokes about Asian and like Asians and shit, and you get up on the Comedy Store one, and you can tell those jokes and get murdered, like good murder.
Oh, okay. Ching chong bing bong.
I don't got. Mine's like talking about Russia and China right now.
I don't know anything about Asians. I don't have any insight on Asians. I don't know them. So.
Me either. Man, not much.
I try not to.
I know Japanese people are kinky and they like blowjobs. All of them.
How strange of them.
Casey just has a moral compass that goes slant eyed, bye. Slant near the eyes, less the highs.
I like Asians and gays and pedophiles.
But you didn't appreciate that. I just come up with those rhymes on the spot.
I do. I liked it.
Slanty eyes that get less highs, because you're saying you don't look at them.
Careful, this is gonna be.
It's not.
You gotta watch out not to get censored.
No, I think it's actually appropriate. It's not like I'm doing what that white chick did. You know what she did? She put tape on her face on TikTok, and then the white chick was like, I got tiger face on, as if Chinese tigers aren't a well-known and established thing. As if putting your eyes like this direction with tape is not known to be.
That's important.
But if you're a white girl on TikTok, you can get away with just about anything.
Yeah, but
we should put a white girl filter over us and then make a TikTok, and I bet we'll murder.
Yeah, but in Los Angeles, though, they'll tell you there's a lot of different. The races are different, but they're not really different. They're just all the same race, basically.
I feel like there's the human.
I see no color. I don't see color.
It is a race. I think the robots are a race. I'm starting to consider robots their own race.
That's important.
I'm getting it in ahead of the curve. Yeah, the sooner I recognize robots as their own race, the better.
Yeah, that's
And
important.
then humans are their own race. Yeah, one race.
Oh wait, I got a Facebook
One race to
notification.
finish. Oh, dude, try not to get tapped out, because then I have to go upstairs again.
All right.
His will probably let him come back. Folks at home who are curious
This
what I'm
lady,
doing,
I'm sorry about
it's
that.
no big deal.
I,
Oh,
you're rolling a
what
juice?
happened? Was it your fellowship of the Facebooks?
Yeah. One of the ones that
I
I
made a
like to
post on
hear from.
Facebook and then I left.
You left?
Was it something worth talking about? What you just read?
No, I wrote a joke, and then this lady who's really funny commented on my joke. She said, she's real funny, so she said something funny. She
Yeah,
already said what I said,
but she said it as a woman.
yeah, so hers is smarter and better. She's hilarious. She used to be good, I guess.
At least two women. Isn't it the lady you
she's
said that
really
doesn't
good.
do comedy anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, she still does comedy then?
No, she just posts on Facebook a lot
Yeah.
of good jokes like every day.
I made a post on Facebook that is, I think it, and I still don't know, you're not friends with me or you blocked me on there, so I can't actually tag you, so I have to just write your name. But I wrote a bunch of stuff on there because they were claiming that it was like, you remember how it was with COVID? Most of those motherfuckers were scared or staying inside and all that bullshit, even like during the marches and all that shit. So it was really like, it was just a couple of you guys, and then Baz that one time was doing it best he could at the bar, and you told me about that. But otherwise, it was like all of them wasn't doing shit. So these people made like a movie, some fucking man. I'd rather watch Hispanic shit than these guys think, because all the comics in there, it was like, what the fuck? Not a single one of those motherfuckers was around during the times of COVID breaking out. It was the stupidest shit. I didn't even watch it. Scrub through it, just looking for the names of the comics.
What's the movie?
And then I closed it. Dude, it's like a 9-minute fucking YouTube film, but I fucking scrubbed through. I didn't even bother watching.
That,
I just scrubbed till I see comics names, and I try to read the comics that are in the movie. And like, okay, the only one that's in there that is kind of somebody is the Andrew motherfucker that opened for Stanhope. And that's the only one though. All the other people are like people like fucking, who's the dude? The dude that you said that you and him had this similar joke, and then
Barunji.
I think
the African.
Yeah, he's in it a little bit, and then like there's a few other people, but like the only one that actually has like, I would say, true credit and I would consider comedian, but also his ass wasn't at the fucking at those garage mics that you guys were doing either. Like I remember he was supposed to go to one, so
I think
he was technically like.
You talk just yeah. There's the lady who made it, Deborah Tahara, I think. She's like an Asian gal. She's a comic.
No, some dudes made it, but yeah, the Asian chick's in it.
I think she helped film it or produce it or something, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure if it's the same movie, but Jason was saying he saw her at a mic, and he was saying she said I want to do. She said, "Oh, what's up?" She said she wanted to make a movie about people doing comedy during the pandemic, like keeping comedy alive. And then Jason was like, "Hey, you should contact John Banning and Bruce Bennick and everything, because we were doing a whole thing during the pandemic, and everybody was coming out." And she just kind of
the
like
ones that weren't
pussies.
Like,
she just looked at us. She just looked at him, and she didn't even have any interest.
Dude,
so basically, they kind of.
That's what I said in the post. I go, okay. Dude, I put on the post, I tagged, I was like, John, I put John's first. I'm like, can you believe this shit? And then I put underneath, I was like, I scrubbed through this. Don't waste your time. These are nobody. And like, I put there aren't even the real Seattle comics in there. Like that were actually there, like doing shit during the grind, and then I tagged fucking McBride and also Jake Juggalo Jake, and then also I forget who else. I could have tagged more, but Andy. I did Andy, and then at the end of it, I'm like, and I put because I can't tag you, but I put. And Casey Judson's still the funniest comic in all of Seattle. You can't like, and I forget what I said. Like either you can't change my mind about it or like fight me on it. Because I was trying to say that what not only wasn't there wasn't the real comics of Seattle, and also it wasn't a right accurate.
Well, they just decide what's real, so they're not. They just.
They're trying to whitewash. Is that what you said, right?
Yeah, they make the decisions on what's real. Just whatever they decide is real. This is how they be doing it.
What's real is the footage that we have and the footage that Bruce has, but he won't give me. If he still has it.
Oh, you want?
He told me he wants me to pay him for it. I was like, fuck no. The mic that I hosted, I did a good job hosting it. He was mad because John told me like, hey man, Bruce likes to try and run the mic, so make sure you're on that. And I was, and then there was only one more comment. I get an extra time, and then he got mad because he was talking for like 7 minutes, and I had the phone ringing like after the timer at 5.
Yeah.
Remember that? He got mad.
Well, Bruce.
But then everybody was like saying like, hey, it's good that you stood up to him.
Yeah.
He's like
Bruce.
But still, at least he's honest. I'd rather have him fucking in his videos. That actually is better, accurate portrayal.
Yeah.
Like what? Baz had his show a couple times. I remember we went to the one. I had fucking Don Barris watching with us. That was the one when you and I got grouped together with some random Mike. What was his Mike something? And we're like, what the fuck? We didn't say shit. And then they tried to get Baz shut down. Remember?
Yeah, they're a bunch of cunt bags. Yeah, I remember a lot of.
And then there was the park. What was it? There was the park, and then you guys opened one up at the cleaning lot on Broadway.
Yeah. Yeah, we really hit the big time with that.
Well, here's the thing, right? The renting mics weren't going on at that time. The clubs were all shut down still, including the what's it called, that Comedy Cafe or Comedy Club Cafe or whatever, the one that's at the Asian joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I recognize some of the Asian chicks in that movie though as the chicks from that thing. Like Bernice, I think, is one of them I recognized.
Yeah, they're real.
I think her name's Bernice. They're fucking posers, dude.
COVID.
I gotta come back up in Seattle with some credits.
They're freedom fighters. They were fighting for freedom.
I'm gonna get some credits and come back up to Seattle and fucking see who's talking.
They're probably still wearing the masks. Probably real good. Getting them on there nice and tight.
Yo, no man. March 12th is the end of that. They say March 12th is the end.
Yeah. Next one is gonna be assless chaps for safety. That's what they're gonna do in the next when they come back with the new virus.
Yeah, you told that in your jokes on the other one you sent me.
Yeah.
You sent me that on the tape.
Oh yeah.
The audio quality was
randomly pull out
hard though.
It wasn't good.
On the first, not the one you sent most recent, the one before. That was what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna talk about your comedy or your jokes. I was just gonna tell you that like the audio quality was. I had it on through the speaker even, and it was still hard to.
There's nothing I can do about that. I don't control technology.
You can get an outside mic that's plugged into your phone.
Oh yeah, I guess
you can get it for like cheap. Go on Amazon. It's like $20, I think. Just get one of those. It's like a mic that
Oh,
it literally puts in your phone.
oh, maybe I will get one of
And
those.
then you can hook the tripod and the fucking mic, and you can also film it if you want.
Yeah,
That's all.
whatever.
It's not a big deal. I mean, but there was a lot of laughs. So if that had been like audible enough, you could have used it for like your reel or your tapes or whatever.
Oh no.
I know you don't want it.
Yeah,
You
it
don't
was
care
like
about
all
that
brand
stuff.
new. No, I care about it. It's just a brand new set I've never done before. It was just had a fun set. That's all. I don't think it's any kind of masterpiece.
It was good though. No, it's good though. Like
Sorry,
when
the
you got
sound didn't
recording
come
with
out good.
laughs, it's good.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that's all.
Then
You'd be
normally
like,
I'll get tons of laughs.
Casey doesn't like to make his reel himself, but if someone else made a comedy reel, he would accept it and use it.
No, I could do it. I got to get a new tripod. I got to get a smaller little tripod. A lot of comics are doing that. They're doing it. I should always put out every set and stuff. But you
I
should do it
mean,
instead, or someone else did. I should pay someone
what
to
I'm
do it.
saying is
I
like,
should just
yeah,
hire
I
like
don't know if I could do it, but YouTube, download your clips and then make a reel, and then you're like, take that.
Yeah, that'd be a fun way to do things. But that way, I'd look forward to each set. Maybe other people would start to follow it or something like that.
Well, because on your
Yeah.
on your page, you have I want to say like at least 5 different videos of your comedy, like from well-made whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So if you clip those out
Yeah.
together, it would make a nice short little 5-minute reel. Each of them having like the best laugh from each of them, and then it would just be like you can send that out to clubs if you want. Like not that you need to, but like even locally, you could send it to a brewery and be like, hey, if you pay me $200, I'll sell 30 tickets. You know, whatever. I don't know. Or if you wanted to do something like, hey, if you give me beers, then I'll bring comedians and comedy and do a mic for, you know, whatever. It helps to have it.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I'm just telling you, like, I should make one, but
Well, I got
I
the
don't have like
iPhone
you
now, so
have.
I can
Like,
make
my stuff's
iMovie.
janky.
I
I
don't
mean,
have
the
much going
iPhones
on
makes
my
quality
page.
video, but the
Yeah.
ones you have already are like well made. Like, you know, Bruce's. There's the black and white one from that bar.
Yeah.
There's another one of you, I think,
I have a
from
short. I have a short. I have a short. I have a shortened version of the black and white one from the bar. That's a pretty good one you could submit to some. That I made myself. I shortened it from 21 down to 7, and so it's kind of one that people could look at briefly. But you know,
dude, I bet you could get like.
a lot of people.
So Andy said
people
more
hate
like
my comedy.
end of March.
The
Not
what?
in California. I guarantee you, people like you out here. I know for a fact. I've seen the audience out here. I've been here long. I've been here longer, like 5 months minimum of collective knowledge of the audience base out here. I guarantee you do well out here, with the tourists even, but also mainly with the locals.
Right.
If you threw a suit on yourself
Right,
and like dressed it up a bit, you probably would get asked to be on late night.
Oh, nice. Set it up, man. Come
I
on.
think so.
Exploit me.
Well, that's all I'm
Just,
saying. If we had like a video thing, because Andy's coming down, but he said I think now he's going like end of March maybe, which is fine. I don't care when he comes. I just want to make sure to be able to set up a show for him to have out here when he gets down here. And then I want like if you come down, then it can be a show for the both of you. And then while you guys come down, if you have the real stuff, you could probably get maybe a paid or something nice on your way down. Because there's San Francisco and then there's Oregon.
Yeah.
So I don't know much, but I imagine I know there's. Don't you know the comedians a little bit in Oregon?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay. Well, I can message some of the ones that I know that probably still out there. Because you could do like a thing where.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to make sure it times right so that you can go down with Andy, because then it's all perfect. Because then you have a little road gig thing going, and so it's fun. But also,
yeah, I can open for Andy. That'll be fun.
Well, kind of, since it's a
Andy's
sending
opener.
away, that makes sense in my opinion. You know, since because it's his
He's
good.
doing better
It's
than
like our
me.
send away.
He's
Well,
doing
kind
better
of.
than
He's
me.
moving, but didn't you say you and your girl are looking at places in Texas or whatever?
Nah, she doesn't want to move to Texas now. Thinking we're gonna just die here probably once they implement the.
Well, she went to
Once they implement
Arizona.
the. Once they huh?
You
Once
said she
they
went to
implement
Arizona.
once they implement the digital IDs and then they start to do all that shit, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm hearing bad
I'm
things
down
about
with
the
it.
world. They're gonna digital ID us.
I'm down with it.
Yeah. Maybe I could do
What's
jokes
what?
for the government.
Yeah, Jokebot
Work maybe
9000.
jokes. No, just
Beep boop
pre-approved
beep
funny
boop
shit
beep
to
boop boop.
make the government officials laugh and shit.
So how about them dumb oppressed people?
Exactly. Hey guys, good job on the whole thing. Yeah. I'm on your
Yeah,
guys' side.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That'd be fun to do a
I
show
think
though. I'd like that.
Andy's moving.
Huh?
Yeah. I said, yeah, I agree. It
I
would
like
be
to do.
fun.
I like to do shows. You should set up a warehouse somewhere with some chairs, like those plastic chairs that you can lay out and people can sit in them. Just put them in like a warehouse or like a a room and like like 50 seats, 60 seats or something like that. Sell them for like
There's people that already do that kind of
$5 a
stuff
piece.
here.
Yeah.
I don't want to do nothing like that. It's too much effort. I'd do it if I had somebody else doing it with me. Like if you lived out here, I'd do it with you. Yeah. I can't do it by myself. Too much effort. Dude, I fucked my knee up. I don't know how. I didn't pop, nothing twisted. It's bad. It's like I was immobile. It was bad. I don't know what's going on with it.
I'm sorry, huh?
The only heavy thing I did, I helped this dude with his car, like pushing it. You know?
I guess I'm gonna
That's
do
the
a set
only thing I
tonight
did. But even then, what? Someone's battery died on their car?
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't. Oh, okay.
Where'd you get that idea? No, I just said
That's
I'm
what I'm
probably gonna
talking
do a set
about.
tonight. I just need to get out of the house before my girlfriend gets home.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna make a dinner and then
Where's the show at?
I gotta clean the house a little bit though. I gotta make sure the cat boxes are clean, and then clean the kitchen and something's wrong with the garbage disposal, but I don't know. I don't want to deal with it right now.
As long as it's
like
not
leaking
backing
water
up.
into the sink. Yeah, it leaks water sometimes, but I think it's from the garbage disposal, not the sink. But I just don't want to deal with it.
That's just what.
Then I also don't want to do. I also don't want to do a set unless I know I'll do good. Make sure I do good.
Where's it at?
All my
In
jokes
Renton?
from all my different. Yeah, the 907, the same place I sent you that thing. That was from the 907.
Yeah, we went to 907. Remember?
Yeah, then the one I sent you, the video I sent, the recording I sent you that was 13 seconds long. That was the only part of my set I liked. Just that one 13-second part. No, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. I don't like it when I'm not great though. It pisses me off. It upsets me, but that's just the nature of the game.
You don't like that you made the effort? It went out and went on and went up?
No, I like that. I just don't like it when I don't do great.
It's like gambling.
When I do good. When I do good or when I'm like okay, I don't like that.
When are you ever gonna do
like it.
guaranteed to do well? That's like you don't want that either, though. Like where people just laugh at everything you say.
Oh yeah, that works for me. I like that. But I like it. It doesn't have to be. They don't have to laugh at everything I say. It doesn't have to be like that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Would you get to that level? There's people like comedians that doesn't matter what they say, people are laughing.
Oh yeah, usually I'm like that actually.
So every time you
Even
get on stage, you get roaring applause. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, usually I do that. But I get applause though, but it's still like not enough though. Like it gets like it's got to be like really good.
But you get what I'm
Because there's a
saying,
lot of
right?
comedians.
Like you were
But
talking about, you don't like when you don't get like a good like audience applause and whatever. Like you were saying, if it doesn't go well.
yeah, it's not.
So the
Yeah, if
only
I
way
don't
I
like
can
it,
say
if
that
I don't like.
there's only one type of comic that doesn't have the. Like I was saying before, you see Bill Burr, you see Whitney Cummings, fucking Jesselneck, all of them working on material, even Joe Rogan, all these different comics, you know, you realize like, okay,
Yeah.
it's what it is. So they're gonna collect like the one bit, like you said, you got that little bit that you liked out of the whole thing. That's what they're gonna collect those
Yeah.
and then make their actual like, what they go on tour with. That's what they or their special or whatever. It's a collection of like
Oh
the
yeah.
little ones that
I don't even.
succeed in the overall set. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even like
So like
that
if you
part
didn't
enough
go
to
out
like.
at all, you wouldn't even have gotten that little bit of success to put on your record in your mind that you're like, okay, this one works this well. So yeah, it didn't go like perfectly. All I'm saying is these are mindset things I put in my head. So like I don't it's shitty to do shitty and it's shitty whatever, but there's little shit you can take from it, you know? Like what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
little bits that
Yeah, that's true.
succeed. And
Yes,
then
that's true.
I don't know. If
You make a good point there.
I doubt it. I've never seen you go up, Casey. Yeah, thanks. I've never seen you go up, Casey, and like not go do well at least once or twice in your routine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Anyways, I don't even want to go out tonight
Uh,
unless I do well though.
well, it's in and 907's your home turf. Why wouldn't it go well?
Oh, there's a bunch of fucking shitbags over there. They try to play you like you some kind of bitch or something. So in order to not be a
Andy
bitch,
goes
you
there.
gotta be like, yeah, Andy can do Andy, but I can't just be Andy.
You could actually be Andy. Actually, you could. We did that before.
Oh yeah.
You just
No,
have
he's
to take the
cool.
glasses off.
It's about how it's about how you relate to all the people around you and how well you enjoy the people that are in your. How well
Oh,
you jerk
yeah.
off their penis. You
Andy
gotta
just
jerk off
enjoys the
people
small
by the.
talking. Yeah,
You gotta be
we're
good with
not
the
built like
camaraderie and all
Andy.
that shit.
You
No, Andy's all
more
right.
than me. You'll disappear like that. You'll just disappear. Be like planning
Hey, you
to
remember?
give you a cigarette or talk about something, and I'm like, "Have you seen Casey?"
Yeah,
Be like, "Nah," and you like disappeared. You'll just like teleport to your car, basically. That
I do
happens
that
a
a
lot,
lot
at
actually.
least
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah, but you'll
yeah,
still perform.
I do that. I'm a little faggot, I guess.
No,
I
it's
gotta
cool,
head down
man. I
after this.
don't blame you.
I gotta get down to the. I gotta get down to the bathhouses and shit. Leave my, you know. Get I got an appointment. I gotta get out. You know.
I think
You know?
sometimes though your car's more warm. I wouldn't blame you to want to sit in your car. Also, if it's
Yeah,
pouring rain,
true.
and it is Seattle after all, it'd be
Yeah,
pouring
I'm in the
rain.
rain right now. Look, see the rain?
Yeah,
I figure I gotta
yeah.
at least be home by 2. I'll be all right by then.
How do you flip the cameras? How
Huh?
did you flip the camera like that?
I just
No, that
turned it.
turned
I
the
just
camera
turned
off.
it. I just turned. I
Oh,
just
you just
turned it
turned around.
physically.
See that
Yeah.
sunshine?
We got. Oh, you got
It'd be
sunshine.
better if I
Nice,
was at the beach
man.
right now. Yeah, dude, it's
Is that
like
your place?
I
You got
call
a
it
little outdoor
70,
area?
70 shit. Yeah,
You
that's
got a
where all
little
the cars
outdoor
are, except
area? A
out
little.
busted. It's a parking garage type
Nice,
setup they
man.
built. My apartment's like my house, my room or whatever is up above in the fucking up there. It's janky.
I might come down to LA in about a week or something. It's
You
possible.
should. There's lots of mics every week, and there's lots of
Hey,
cool
man,
stuff here in Denver.
you got a car? You got a car or something so you can get somewhere?
Nah, I usually just take vehicles, or I'll get a. I'm thinking
Or you
about
could.
getting a bike, but I don't want it to get stolen. I'm probably gonna
I
get
know,
a
but you could take a
motorcycle.
Greyhound or something. You could take a Greyhound or something, right? I'm thinking about going up to watch some spring training baseball.
That's in Arizona though. There's no spring training in
Yeah, I'm aware.
California.
I know. That's why I asked if you got a car or a fucking way to transport yourself. That's why I'm asking that. Obviously, you don't need it to go to the local store. I was thinking about going up there to watch some
If I go to
baseball.
If I go from
Then it's not that.
California, I'll take the zip thing. It's like $50.
Oh, you
It's
just
like a
buy a car
bus
for the
thing.
day?
No, it's like a
So
bus
what?
thingy. It's not bad. I think it's called Zip or something. You can take Greyhound also, but Greyhound would take a little longer, but it would get you there within a day to get to Phoenix.
Yeah.
But it not to
Yeah.
Peoria or not to like fucking. It depends what you're trying to go to. From like there's the Phoenix has some of the games, but if you're trying to see the Mariners, they're all the way out in fucking Peoria. I would not take
it's all
transit
within
to
about an
Peoria.
hour drive.
Yeah.
It's all within about. I
but I
got a
wouldn't.
vehicle, so I don't care about any of that shit. I got a fucking Mazda, so I don't care about that shit.
Yeah, I don't though.
It's all about an hour. It's all about an hour. Though. No, you'd ride around with me, man. If you come up.
What,
ride
meet
my
in
car.
Phoenix? Come on,
Yeah, if you wanted
meeting
to.
you in Phoenix?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. I might go. I have to make sure they settle the strike, though. They're on a strike right now.
and it's almost done
Have you
anyway.
heard about that?
What?
What is? What's almost done?
Well, the training is usually done by March 4th or 10th, 12th or something early.
No, it's done. No, they play the whole month of March.
Are you sure?
They're
What, they
just a little
changed it since
delayed right
COVID? Oh, they changed it since COVID
now.
then?
No, regular season. No, they didn't. Regular season starts on April 1st, so they always play until about the last week of March. They're just a little delayed in the start of it. The start of it's like late February, like right around now. They usually start around late 25th of February, and they go till about March 25th. Then they get ready to start the regular season, and then they start right around April. Yeah, I've been to the Mariners Park before.
Yeah, it's in
I've
Peoria.
been to the Mariners
I used to
Park
go to the Cubs ones a lot.
It's nice, actually. I've been to the
Cubs girls
ones,
are
too.
hot,
They moved,
too.
I guess. Oh, yeah.
They did. They
were
got
hot.
a new stadium.
I had a girl.
Yeah. The Chicago girls that come
to
in are fucking hot, yeah.
Yeah, one time a gal was like wearing on her Cub jersey and with her big tits and the hat, and she was like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" And I was like, "I know she wants to fuck." And I was with my girlfriend. Then my girlfriend's using the bathroom, and she comes out, and then I'm just talking to this Cub lady, and then my girlfriend's all mad. She gets real jealous. And I was like, "Goddamn, if I was here by myself, I've been like, hey girl, let's go back to my hotel, Cub girl." They totally party hard over there. Actually, I think I might have been in Tucson for that one. There was a Tucson game I went to. It was Cubs versus White Sox. But I don't think they play in Tucson now because it's like another hour drive.
Sox, yeah, down there. I think they might be still down in Tucson. The White Sox. The Cubs are up in fucking Mesa. The Angels and A's are in
the Cubs were on the
Tempe.
Cubs were on the road. The Cubs were on the road for that game. It wasn't a home game.
The Diamondbacks are in Scottsdale. Dude, if we go to Arizona, we go to the casino too and get free meals.
There's a lot of
maybe they don't do it.
There's a lot of teams that play.
They used to.
There's a lot of teams that play in the same place. Like two teams, they play in the same places a lot. They have like
there's two. So there's two teams. There'll be two teams, and they alternate. So like one when it's away, the other one is there. That's how. Like so, the Mariners share with I forget.
Padres. San Diego
Maybe,
Padres.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, the reason why they do that is because it's hard to play a game with 18 people on the field. Two teams. Because then you'd have to have two shortstops and two third basemen and two second basemen. And then you'd have to have two first basemen and two catchers, two pitchers. It'd be awkward, two pitchers on the mound, like it'd be pretty awkward to have the two pitchers pitching at the same time. Wouldn't that be weird? I think it would be.
You got two batters?
Yeah, you gotta have two batters, and then each one their bats could hit each other when they swing. That would be kind of.
It's gonna be near to impossible because there are only so many left-handed batters.
Right, and then both the batters want to hit at the same time, and then it'd be like
and there's probably
all the fielders would be confused.
Well, as long as you use the right-handed pitcher against a left-handed batter, it should be appropriate for your team to win. But if you have to switch it up, so it'll get confusing if it's two
Yeah.
different teams. And also, it's about 4 teams playing at one time, 2 versus like that. So it's 2 games at
You know
one
what park
time.
is really nice is the Scottsdale Park
Yeah, it is.
where the
Scottsdale's
Giants play. It's got like nice. It's got nice little trees around it. And it's a nice little area. It's pretty.
Scottsdale is they want to be Bellevue, and they can't be
Yeah,
Seattle.
yeah. No,
That's
they're pretty
that's
nice
that's
though.
that's an accurate description of Scottsdale.
Yeah, it sounds
Also,
kind of like it's kinda like
it's a Russian front. The Russian front's up there. They have like a whole
oh
restaurant. Nobody ever eaten there. You go in and it's like
oh
there's the like intro waiter D or whatever is like a big huge burly dude, and then
yeah.
they won't have anyone on staff. They won't have food.
Maybe I'll just keep going after the spring training. Go down to L.A. See the Comedy Store. That might be fun.
It would be the fun. I mean,
I have to buy
if
some new
I go
tires.
if I go to Phoenix, I mean, my dad moved into like an apartment now, so I can't stay with him anymore. And my little sister, I'm
Oh,
not gonna crash with her just because I think she's weird about it. Like I don't care, but her roommates and girlfriends like me and shit. So nothing ever happens or nothing. I'm not like that. I mean, I would, but it's not like that. It's my little sisters, friends, or whatever, roommates. But it's more like
okay.
there's like a thing with girls. I think because I'm her big brother. You know what I mean? I
I
think
see.
there's like a thing with girls, like a kink. I don't know. That's how
Kink.
I look at it though. Yeah, because
Well,
I mean
girls
I've
are
been
like their
cool
own
with
little
girls. Like
universe. They like
yeah.
to have girl talk in their own little girl universe. The guy comes in and ruins it.
Oh no, I'm not
You
talking
know?
about that. I mean, if I stay with my little sister, I wouldn't be in the like. I'd be asking to stay on her couch or whatever, unless she has a spare bedroom. I'm not gonna
No, he's
take her
saying
bed.
guys just ruin it by being around. They like to have their own privacy and shit.
No, I mean maybe. I'm just talking about just in general. Like if it's her roommates, then they live there too,
Yeah.
and then if it's her friends, I don't think it's an issue. But in the past, it has. Well, it's
Well,
never an issue. She doesn't like it. She doesn't
you can
like
sleep
it.
in the
I don't
bathtub or
mind it.
outside on the. You can sleep in an alley or maybe in the bathtub or something like that. It just depends.
I mean, I don't know.
You know.
My buddy Bill lives there. Depends. If we go out where Bobby's at, we could stay with Bobby.
Who's Bobby?
I'm not gonna
Bobby
sleep in a
Hickley?
car. Bobby? No, not even close. No, Bobby's.
Oh, you wouldn't want to sleep in my car. It's not so good to sleep in.
That's what I'm saying. I'd have to have a place to sleep
But
if I came
the
out to
cops will
Arizona.
come and the cops will come and wake you up though around 6 a.m. They'll knock on your window with a billy club, and that way you get a wake up call. You know.
Maybe,
So you
but
just cover yourself
I'm
with.
not talking
You
about
just
that.
cover yourself with. Oh, okay. Well, if you sleep with some sleeping bags, they probably won't know that you're there. They won't know. But it's uncomfortable, I think.
I'm talking about where I would
But
stay
you
if
could.
I came out to Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you said something about a car. I was like, yeah, a car is a little uncomfortable. You know, I
Well,
think.
yeah, if you're staying in your car, I'm not gonna stay in your car with you.
I
But you
never.
were saying we could roll
Oh
to the
no, I
games
wouldn't
together
be
or whatever.
staying in the car. I wouldn't be
Oh,
staying in no car. I was saying you could stay in my car, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not gonna
no,
fucking
I
sleep in the
wouldn't.
car with you. That's gross. No, I'm not trying to suggest a car date.
No, but in general, I'm not saying anything about
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying as far as I don't want to sleep in a car.
No, I get it. I get it. No, I was saying that was a bad idea. Don't do that. Unless it's a really nice car like a van that has a bed in the back or something, but I don't have those.
Sure. Yeah, if it's an RV maybe or like something, yeah.
You
It
can sleep
sucks
in the
for Andy.
trunk,
That's
but
why he said
then
like his RV and all that shit. So he's selling all
oh
his
yeah, he
stuff
sold
to
his
get
van and
another
everything.
car.
I think he
Yeah, he
already
said
did. He's trying
it
to get
would
a
cost too
Lexus.
much to fix it up.
He said he's trying to get a
It would
Lexus
cost too
now.
much to fix it up. He said. Right
He
on.
already sold
Why
it, I
not?
believe.
It might be good.
I think
Both his
him and
cars?
Mike
You said he
Parsons
was
talked
selling his
about.
cars.
I think he said he sold his motorcycle and his van at the same time or something like that.
I didn't know he had a motorcycle.
Yeah, I've seen him on it. He shows up with his helmet and his little thing, his little motorcycle. I forgot what kind it is.
It's a motorcycle or a Vespa?
No, it was a motorcycle. It was just like a smaller, like older
That's cool.
motorcycle. It wasn't a Vespa. It was a real motocycle.
That's
He didn't
cool
have a
though.
Vespa. But now I think he's selling it. He's either talking about getting a bigger, cooler motorbike like Mike has. Mike Parker has like a cool rocket style one, or else he wants to get a Lexus. And they're talking about going to a police auction to check it out. One of those auctions.
Damn, dude, I wouldn't base anything I do off of Mike Parker.
No, man, he does some cool fly ass shit. But yeah, exactly.
I think Andy's just trying
He's all
to
right.
get all his shit in line and just get ready to move it. What's
I
that?
saw Mike last week. He did it. I saw Mike last week. He did a dirty set of all dirty jokes, and then afterwards the host was like, "Gross." It was all. And then afterwards I was like, "Nice dirty set. I enjoyed that." And then he thought I was being like sarcastic because he's paranoid. I was like, "I
Yeah.
enjoyed the dirty set. I'm not sarcastic or passive aggressive. That's your head.
Right.
That's the way your head thinks."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm not trying to get on Netflix, bro. I just do what I do." And I go, "Yes, I know. That's why I told you I liked it. It's you who doesn't like me, so you have all this fucking shit in your head."
Yeah,
It's funny. I always
that's
like to
the problem.
I always like to see the crowd horrified. It's fun.
You know what's funny about that is like I mean I've only known you so long, but okay, normally I mean if you didn't like somebody's shit, I think you just wouldn't say shit to them because you wouldn't care, and you're like, yeah, it was a fucking shitty set. I don't really I'm not gonna talk, you know. Versus if you like something, you like to tell someone, hey, I like this. You're not ever a person to tell someone backhanded shit that's not true. Like, you know, like what's in his head is all 100% in his head. You're not that type of person, you know? Like, as far as I know.
Yeah, he thinks I'm like stuck up and I think I'm trying to be on Netflix and blah blah blah. And I go, "Why wouldn't I want to be on Netflix? What the fuck's wrong with you? Of course I want to be on Netflix. I mean, I'm not on a career path to get on Netflix, but the idea, why wouldn't I want to be on Netflix? Of course, somebody
I'll
wanted
be
to
on
put me on
Netflix,
Netflix.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
Right?
If somebody wanted to put,
We're on board,
if somebody
Casey, you
wanted
and
to
me
put
at
me
the
on
same
Netflix,
time.
huh?
I said you and me on board at the same time. As if they want to turn this into a Netflix show, give us a better budget so we can have more appropriate, maybe hire an engineer. And I mean, Lily Singh's show was trash, but she got her own show, and she's just a YouTube girl. She had Late Night with Lily Singh bullshit. Somehow got herself a second season. What did I just insinuate? I don't know. How about she should stop appropriating black culture, and then we'll talk. You know, we're gonna come after me first. I'll just send it right back over to Lily Singh. She's not even like a stand-up, man. That's my point. Netflix especially, they'll give anybody a show.
Is she fucking even trying to be black? I don't see the black connection.
Oh, all her routines, everything she does is black exploitation. It's no big deal. It's what it is. She's an Indian from India, so she can do that shit.
Oh, I'm thinking of some other lady. I'm thinking of Miranda Sings.
Oh, that's different entirely, I think. Yeah. That's a real comic, as far as I know, a paid comic.
Oh, I don't.
I've seen her.
Maybe she's kind of funny.
I think she is, isn't she? Character comic. I think so. You know, character comic, like a clown.
Yeah. Yeah, she does do
Is
that.
that the one that has the big ass lips because she puts all the makeup on to make them look really big?
Yeah,
She does kind of like a childlike
Seinfeld
thing.
likes her. Jerry Seinfeld likes
Yeah,
her.
she does. I think she also got a Netflix thing. No,
Oh, I'm not
that's
sure.
yeah, Miranda.
She was on Jerry Seinfeld's show and on a couple other things. She went on the Tonight Show with Jerry Seinfeld on Jimmy Fallon or whatever. He likes young, beautiful ladies,
Dude,
so he's
Conan
cool like that.
was on SNL this week.
Oh, he was? Oh, nice.
Like literally,
Hosting
he
or what was he
came on
doing?
the show for a thing. No, just a pop-in
A what?
cameo for the sketch. A pop-in cameo for the sketch about the Five Timers Club because Mulaney was hosting for his 5th time.
Oh.
And John Mulaney and Conan are writers more, and especially when they were on the show, they weren't really performing. So Conan popped
Yeah.
in to make jokes about that.
Nice.
John Mulaney could
Oh,
handle that if you ever wanted it.
what's that, hosting?
Yeah, the Five Timers Club. You know, they had Candice Bergman back on it. Then Tina Fey showed up.
It's like people who've hosted 5 times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin. I guess they won't let Alec Baldwin on, or will they? I don't know.
He's all right.
Steve Martin.
No, Steve Martin
was
never got
always the
in. He
king.
never got in. That's the joke. He's like, there's no Steve Martin's in, but Martin Short never got in. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, because Martin Short would be like, there.
Are you still trying to be on SNL?
It'd be nice, yeah. If I come back to Seattle to perform and I'm on SNL, they're not gonna have nothing to say.
Oh, no doubt.
If I got on it,
No doubt.
would I be on SNL and I come back to Seattle? There ain't nobody gonna really be able to stand up.
Actually, there's a lot of people that are gonna be extra nice to you. They're gonna go, "Hey, man, what's up? You're my best friend back in the day."
You know what I'll do to those people?
I always supported you.
I'll either scam the shit out of them or I'll just give them the straight middle finger.
Yeah.
I'll do the old East Coast like this.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jake.
I'll help Juggalo Jake. I'll sponsor Juggalo Jake for his next Juggalo convention to make a documentary just about his life, because Jake's just that interesting that nobody realizes what kind of person he really is. So he'll just go to his next Juggalo convention and then do a documentary. Yeah, that's what I do for him. And then I'd offer to buy Bruce's equipment, but I try and undercut him so it's cheaper. Be like, well, I can tell you need the money, Bruce, so I'll buy all this off you for like under sale price on him, lowballing his shit.
That ain't right.
And then I'll convince you to start becoming a touring comic. Why? Lowballing Bruce sounds about right to me. I love lowballing people that are DC. I'm not gonna give fair price to Bruce, not unless he offers me my footage.
Yeah.
He recorded all my hosting, like all that night, all that hosting. He recorded it without consent.
You know what's funny? I just downloaded this fucking.
Asked him for the footage, and he tried to charge me.
I just downloaded all these audio recordings from my phones and tried to get them finally transferred over. And then the first recordings that came through was like you hosting that thing. But I didn't think nothing of it.
Oh, really?
I didn't know you didn't already have it or anything. Yeah, I think I might have already went through because I was just trying to save my own sets. I didn't want to save everybody's sets from that night.
Yeah.
Some of it was pretty good. I listened to it first. It's like you introducing Mike, you introducing Andy, you introducing this and that. But for some reason, my set was on there. So I was just trying to clear some space. So I think I might have got rid of it. But I think I can recover it if you want to hear them or something.
Maybe. Oh yeah, if it's like what my stuff is, sometimes you can recover it because it keeps it in the trash unless you eliminate the trash temporarily for like 30 days. So if you can, that'd be chill. But if you can't, don't worry about it.
But I don't think it has your intro host set. It just has like the intros in between and shit. It was like it didn't have.
No, I was just hosting.
Like, A lot.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
know.
I
But a
did
lot of
much
times when you
comedy.
host, when I host, mostly I want to keep the intro host set because sometimes I'll say some funny shit in that. Actually, I'll say some funny shit
You know what?
in between.
I remember now. You know how you're talking about the intro stuff? I remember the night I was supposed to host, John told me, hey, I need your help with something. And then I was like, all right, cool. And I'm on board. I'll do whatever. And then he explained to me all this extra stuff that would have been helpful to know in advance. And it was like he set up this whole thing with a box, like, and saying, like, the movers came and he stole a mic or something.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So he
That was
had that
funny.
big old box with the mic and stuff. Yeah, it's funny, huh? And people were like, what the fuck?
John's a
And
fuck.
people actually thought it was real, too. It's just how dunce they are. You got in on it. You
Yeah,
started
but he likes that.
laughing, I think.
Yeah, but he likes that kind of performative fun shit. I like that. I wish he would have done more of that. You know, something
He
fucking,
just needed
something out
people
of the
like
box.
me. Because I told him, yeah,
You
I'm
know,
on board. Let's do it. Whatever.
when we went to Spokane in October to see Louis C.K., John Banning came on his own, and he brought Jason Marks. And then when we were all done, we all went out to go to some bar, and then to go to a pinball joint and all this stuff. And then everybody was walking mostly, but John had his car, and so I rode with him and another guy to the place we were going to eat. And then later, the other guys were walking back to their hotel, Jason McBride, Robbie. And then John would go, he'd go, hey, let's pretend to run him over. And then he literally drove the car onto the sidewalk behind them as they're walking. And he drives right up to them, and then he yells, he goes, ah! And then Robbie and Jason are all like pissed off, and I'm sitting in the car, and then they're all mad at me. And I'm like, I'm just riding. I didn't decide any of this shit. But I was cracking up because they're all like, oh, we're scared. And I go,
Yeah.
John's a badass. He was like driving off the road and everything. You would have been laughing hard at it. It was like we could have been arrested, man. But there's no cops out. There's no cops out. He's
It's
just
Spoke
being a
Compton.
lunatic.
They call that Spoke Compton, man. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, there's some shitty parts of town. There's some shitty parts of town, but it was wild. And we're in a new town, and he's pretending to run over our friends. It was great. They're all like, "That's irresponsible." I'm like, "Yeah, shut up, bitch."
You
You should have
yeah,
really
right.
You should have really ran him over. Of course, if I was walking on the sidewalk, I would have been mad. I'd have been like, "Hey, you guys, fuck you." You know. But
Yeah,
I'm in the
maybe.
car. I'm safe. So I'm like, I'm in the car. I'm safe. So I'm like.
If someone rolled up on me like that, I'd probably step aside and look at him and be like, what the fuck's up? Gauge
Yeah,
the
exactly.
situation. I definitely wouldn't keep walking where they can hit me. I would get out of the way of the car. I'm not going to go into the street, so I go the other way.
It was just funny because it scared the shit out of them until they knew it was us. Then they recognized
I
us.
bet. It's funny, though. Robbie probably wet himself.
And this lame-ass comic from Seattle was there. He ended up in our group, and then he asked me after the show when we were drinking. He goes, right after the show, he was like, what do you think the worst jokes of Louis C.K.'s set were? Like, what do you think? And I go, there are no worst jokes. That was Louis C.K. you just saw. They're all good jokes, you fucking idiot. What the fuck? I'm not going to go 10 minutes after the show. Well, I didn't like the bit where he did the thing. I go, it was flawless from the beginning to end. He's a fucking comic genius, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense though. If you're a comic, you can critique the jokes, but I was just not right after the show when you're all like, "Wow, I just saw one of the best guys."
Yeah. Well, we didn't have anything bad to say about Stanhope either. Just some professional class comedians.
Exactly, right after the show. Like right after the show. I don't know. I wish you would have done more of this and more of that.
You still got the ass check?
I wish he would have picked a different opener. His opener sucked, but.
I saw him in Detroit too, and then I saw him up in Canada as well. I was actually in
Adam
Bangkok.
Tiller, the guy who remember the guy who opened for him, Adam Tiller?
I could. Yeah.
He's a little girl. He does girl shit. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't care much for his. Oh, I don't drink anymore. I'm better than you.
Other day he asked me why I'm still doing comedy because he goes, if you're not trying to become a big star, why are you doing comedy? Then I was like, why don't you just put me on a thing if you think I'm supposed to be some kind of big star instead of asking me dumbass questions? And I go,
Yeah,
why are you still living in this? Why are you still living in this city if you're like the example of success? And I'm
that's a
like,
good question.
don't be an idiot. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't live. I don't live in Seattle and still do mics. Oh, whatever. Shut up, bitch.
Did you come down to LA and you'll find out how much people like your comedy out here. Then when you go back to Seattle, you'll be like, all right, I need to find a way to move to LA so I can get more money gigs in LA.
Well, when my girlfriend dies, I'll be able
You
to.
could, you won't get maybe you hopefully not. That would be terrible. I mean,
No,
comedy's a good way to
that'd be
heal,
okay.
but
That'd be cool. No, that'd be all right. I'd be sad, but that's what I'll do.
yeah,
But I
you don't want to be sad.
I can't be dragging her. She'd probably be okay with me going down there to do stuff and coming back.
Yes, you would, especially if you're making
Yeah,
money.
not like.
Be happy
Yeah,
for you.
exactly.
Until she got
Yeah.
not happy for you, then you gotta be careful because that's how Phil Hartman died. His
You
girl
need to
was
make some
happy,
extra money. I got some.
and then she
You
wasn't
need to make some
happy.
extra money. I got a job for you if you want.
Me?
I need to get. I need to go. Yeah, I need to go through all my jokes. It's tedious. We should do it right here
Yeah,
on
it
this
is.
podcast sometime.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather have some.
This
I'd rather pay
episode, learning
somebody
to
else to
lie.
do it. I gotta go
This is
through each
learning
one of my
learning to
sets
lie.
and yeah, I gotta go through each one of my sets and transcribe all these old jokes so I have the whole catalog all in one place. I started
This
to do it,
episode
but
is
I haven't.
called Comedy Etiquette. Learning comedy etiquette. Learning to lie about comedy etiquette.
What's comedy etiquette?
How you would be like this is how Casey, this is how you are like this. Oh, you know what? So it's a
Teach me
good
comedy.
idea then.
Teach me comedy.
Well, the way you do your style, like when you're talking, you be like, oh, so it's a good idea then. Okay, then we will do this, like that kind of stuff. Because it's called comedy etiquette, but the show's called Learning to Lie. So you would think like, have fun with that. I just wanted to throw that out there while we're talking. I just remembered. Like, what's a polite way to go about putting on a comedy show? Well, first you find some of the people, they're not funny, but they know how to stroke your dick. So, and then you got to be a complete asshole to the actually talented comedians.
There's a lot of talented comedians and everything, but whatever.
How do you be polite in comedy? What's your etiquette?
Oh, how to treat the other people? How to
And your
win
audience,
friends and influence people? There's something to that, you know.
Yeah,
That's a
there
big
is.
deal. That's something. If I were to do it all over again, I'd probably do some things a little different.
But here's the thing: if you came down to LA, you would be getting a new start to do it again. But this time, you'd be doing it with a mixed conglomerate of three types of folk. You'd have the LA naturals that are like born here and still out here. You'd have the transients that have been here longer, like let's say a good amount of time is like at least 4 years or more. Probably it seems like LA time seems way quicker out here, I swear. And then the third one would be tourists.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Those are your three demos basically. Especially like when you're starting out in LA, the first thing you're gonna be doing is getting as quickly put onto people's shows, and the way you do that is they just have to like you. Which, as long as you kind of like play by what I've discovered out here is like if you just keep quiet and let the braggarts and the loud ones be themselves, like how they like to be, and kind of stay back, and then now and again if you're with an intellectual comic, then you can have an actual talk with them and hang out. Like that Evan Warner is cool. We'll sit and have actual discussions, me and Evan Warren. But otherwise, a lot of other comics, they're like junk or stupid. You know,
Yeah.
they're whatever. You can't take them personally when they're bitching about social justice or whatever, or I don't know. Caroline's not around anymore, but she was this female comic who's a stripper and sex worker or whatever, I guess. She disappeared. People
Oh,
thought she
nice.
was dead. She got in trouble because she she yelled at Bobby Lee. She got banned from the Comedy Store.
Oh, I thought Bobby liked that. I thought Bobby liked that kind of thing.
I guess not when he's being accused of sexual assaults and such.
Oh. Well, he has a hot
I don't
lady,
know.
so
No, she
his
disappeared,
girlfriend's
but
gorgeous.
that's how she is, though. She's just like that.
Oh well.
Otherwise,
Some
there's
people
like
a lot of people in comedy go crazy, or
I
they
don't
lose
know,
their
man.
minds, or they wear out. They get burnt out.
This girl one time, okay, I was at this comedy mic, and then she had this little dog, and then people were talking to her about the dog and whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. She must bring the dog a lot because all these people know its name already, etc. You know what I mean? Different than when you first meet a dog type of chemistry.
Yeah,
So then I seen her.
yeah.
So I saw her, and she was totally slammed ass drunk at this other place. And I told her, oh, you don't got your dog? And then she flipped on me, like started yelling at me and stuff, like, how the fuck you know about my dog and all this other shit? And I was like, whoa. I was like, you had your dog at another venue. You can go to multiple mics a night out here. So, like, if you're out here, like today, I could do 2 mics at least. There's 3 I could do if I wanted, if I was on good terms with the third wheel.
You have to pay them? You're not on good terms as a third wheel?
Nah.
Oh, yeah. Somebody told me something. Somebody said you got in a fight with the third wheel or something like that.
Who, Robbie?
Yeah, Robbie, he said, but I wasn't barely listening.
He's the only one I could think of, unless you're watching what I said on my stuff.
No, it was Robbie. No, because he knows Mike
dude.
Maslotti. They're friends. They've been friends for years.
Yeah, I ain't got no beef with Mike.
No, he's a cool guy.
They tried to tell me that something was different. I was like, no, I was there the whole night. I had my name up real early on. Like, they have 2 lists. It's a free mic at midnight, but you get there at like 11:30 to make sure you can get slotted better. I rushed from all the way. I got there from across. Like, I went like from downtown LA all the way to their mic. Rushed there nonstop on a fucking zipper scooter thingy. Or not downtown LA, sorry. Downtown Walk of Fame type stuff, like Hollywood High School area and stuff. I don't know. Like, it was like 2 miles at least away. I rushed all the way. I got there at like 11:30 or whatever. And the list, they have 2 lists. The first one's 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and the second is 3 minutes. So the first list was filled, but I got on the 3-minute round, so it's not bad. And then the show started, and then the host dude was like coming out to comics, like, oh, whatever. So your
shit's breaking out.
And I told them, I was like, hey, and they're like, no, we go strictly off the list. That's what they told me. I was like, I know where I was at on the list. With all respect. And I have other comics that will vouch that he kept coming out telling us it was randomized. That's why I had to go in and check. I thought he meant the whole list was randomized. But no, he meant the 4s was getting, and then the 3s or whatever. So he was fucking on a whole level of fuckery. And then that's what I called him out. And like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I just got to talk to Mike and be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Because I showed up there with other comics. I showed up with other comics just hanging out, was talking. And the dude that has issues, he came out and he's like, you can't come in here. And I was like, I wasn't planning on it. Or no, he's like, you can't go up. And I was like, I wasn't planning on performing. I was just here with these. I'm going to go to accidental. And then he's like, you can't come in here. And I'm like, I wasn't. I'm just chatting right here with these comics. Like, he tried to do some fucking bouncer shit on me. He's dumb.
Oh, really?
He's mad because he's mad because I think he's mad because his girl watched my story. And so she probably asked him out. Like, wait, is this true what he's saying? And he don't like being confronted. I don't think they don't like being confronted. People that lie and manipulate. Like I
Yeah.
don't got any issue if the list is randomized. That's chill, but not when it's not randomized. And then you're telling me it's randomized, and not when I had to go up to perform for literally nobody because he was not even to
Oh,
call
yeah.
me. And I kept going in, checking on it and everything.
Oh,
He
well.
started all that shit. But Mike got mad. So I think he's just like all business. That's what Robbie said. I'm fine with it. I just gonna show up and talk to
You
him
should
about
talk
it.
to him.
That's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do because
exactly.
he's all business. I'm gonna show up with a little present
Yeah.
and like wait on the present, and then I'll because I told Andy I'm gonna get him a show there because I want it to be there because they have a podcast studio. We can record it. It'll be cool. If you were on there,
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be
Is Nolan
baller. We
Culver
could do
down
like
there?
a
Is Nolan Culver down there with him? His partner, Nolan.
yeah, I think so. It's easy to do with about
Oh,
like
yeah, he's a cool guy.
shoulder length
I
hair.
like him. Like a little small
Yeah,
guy.
there's
Little small guy who smiles a lot. I don't think he has
he's
all the
skinny.
hair or anything. Yeah, skinny
Does
guy
he
with
wear
a
hats?
smile. Yeah, he wears
He wear
baseball
hats.
caps a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
he's
baseball
cool,
cap.
dude. No, I think he's the dude that was sitting in the chair, right? And so the dude was saying all that shit to me, right? And then I was like, all right, man. So you like I told him straight up to his face, I'm like, so you don't want me, right? You saying you don't want me in there? That's what you're really saying. That's why I called him out on it. And then the dude in this chair, I think it's that dude. I'm pretty sure it is. And he was like really nervous, but he felt like he seemed like he was like scared and had to say something. So he's like, me too. And so I was like, all right, what's your name? And then I think he said Ryan or Rayan or something like that. I was like, all right, so all right. And then and then like fucking CJ's like, yo, let's just go talk out front. And I was like, whatever. And then I said to fucking Briggs, Stephen Briggs, I was like, yo, Briggs, you still coming out? He's like, yeah. So I was like, all right. So we went out, and then fucking we're talking, and then Briggs finally come out, and as we're walking away, Briggs is like, what the fuck did you do to get 86? Like, and I'm like, I'm not 86. It's just that dude. It's funny, man. That's what I'm saying though. Like, that guy wouldn't have nothing on you or Andy. He wouldn't care. I just gotta make it cool with Mike so I can put the show on there. Cause I think
right.
he'll
Well, if you
probably
put up
get
money,
paid out front. Yeah, you pay him out front for the venue, but I seen this girl come down and stuff, so he likes to put the Seattle comics on more, and he'll promote it and everything.
Oh no, Mike.
That's why.
By the way, I happen to know that Mike likes my shit.
Yeah, he loves you guys. I know that too.
No. I mean, I know Mike, and Mike likes my shit. I've done great in front of him, and he like if he'd be excited if you brought that up. He might be for Andy too, but I don't know because I don't know his relationship with Andy. But I know Mike is like, oh shit, Casey's like an undiscovered. So if he ever saw me doing something like that down in LA, he'd know. Him and Nolan both. Nolan also, they both are like, oh, because I had a set
That's what I'm
on the
saying.
day that Nolan came to the tent one time and did one set and was like super good. He's real professional. He just showed up, and then I had one of my better sets, and then he was super. All of a sudden, real. You know how when you do good, everybody wants to talk to you. It's like part of it's bad, but I actually like it because it means that they noticed you. You know, you get people's attention. That's all. I know it sounds bad. Like, why don't they love you when you do bad, but when you do good, people like go, oh, okay. So yeah, they'd be into it.
I agree. But then that's why once I knew Andy when he's coming down, I could set it up. I just got to go there and talk to him, be nice. I just got to make sure like
set
if
it up, man.
I'll
just go set it up, and if you set it up, I'll come down for it. As long as you give me like about a month to.
Well, Andy said he's selling all his cars and stuff. He said he was getting ready, but he wanted to sell all his cars, get another car.
Yeah,
so I think he's probably on the level to come out here. I think he said closer to end of March.
Yeah.
So that's like a month right now.
Okay.
Because March starts tomorrow.
So if you start talking to him and setting something up, I'll definitely drive down to this.
That'd be sick to do it on April 1st.
Just as long as they don't do any show me your papers nonsense. Gotta get around that.
Why don't you drive?
Huh?
Why don't you drive down?
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I would.
Are you talking
Drive
about the
my car I'm
venue?
in right now.
If,
No, I
the
just
only
mean no
venues that would
problems
ask
with.
you for like the vaccine stuff, the only venues that ask you about that is the Hollywood and Improv, the Laugh Factory, and Comedy Store. Other places like bars and venues so far, they don't really give a shit. It seems like overall.
Yeah. And if you're good, they
I'm not
won't
gonna
even
call
ask
out
you
no
for that.
specific venue.
I'm saying also though, if you're
I
really
don't know.
good and bringing money, they won't even ask you there.
I don't know. I haven't
The
really
world's
checked the store
changing.
out much, but people be hitting up the store, and one of the comics is a security, and he still can't let people up in it without they just have to check the fucking picture or whatever on the phone. It's all bullshit.
I'd watch out for that phone shit. That's the real one that people have to stand up to. That's the
Nah,
real
not the
dangerous one.
digital stuff. I'm talking about a screen cap. I'm talking about a picture of
Oh
the
yeah.
car. Not talking about that government data
I just have.
nonsense.
I just have the physical card. I just show them the card I have.
Yeah.
It works everywhere
You
I've
can
been.
get in there. You can fine. But like third wheel don't
Oh
be
yeah,
asking for
but
the
any
card
kind of.
info.
Oh, that's good. Any kind of digital shit is really something that people need to really draw the line at. That shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. But whatever. What you gonna do? Walk
What
around
you're
in a
gonna
suit of
do is make
magnets.
sure
Walk
people
around in a
don't
suit full
fucking
of
more people
magnets.
don't. Yeah, you're
Did you
looking at
hear
a
what I
shitty
said,
world if
Casey?
you don't got cash. Walk around with a bunch of magnets.
Yeah,
Right.
all over your body.
Oh, just erase
You know that'll
everybody's shit.
yeah, just fucks everything up.
Just erase everybody. Okay, I'm down. Just start handing out magnets at the shows. Say fuck them.
Blasted.
Like fuck
It'll
you,
fuck
digital
everything up.
fuck you, digital devil.
That was a win.
All right, I gotta go in the store and buy some groceries.
Oh yeah. Well, my phone's almost dead
Yeah.
too. I didn't bring the battery out. I pulled a
All
Casey
right.
on this one. That was fun though. We talked
That
for
makes
like an
sense.
hour and a half
That's
anyway. We'll do this
Yeah.
more. We'll figure it out.
Good time.
But you wanted to do it on Monday, so I hit you up.
Okay, good. Yeah, anytime you want to do it, just send me the link instead of saying let's do it in a few hours, because then by the time I lose interest in a few hours.
Oh yeah,
Just
no,
send
I
me the
wouldn't do
link
that.
to
No, I
start it.
got you. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Anytime you want to, just send one. I might not join because I might be
Yeah,
busy,
yeah.
but it's better than sometimes you'll say I'll do one in a few hours, and then I only can do it now, and I can't do it in a few hours. Just
I know
saying
what
that
you
as a
mean. Yeah,
suggestion.
no, it makes sense to me. And then if you get it and you can do it, you'll do it. You'll just tab in.
Yeah, and I'm also kind of impulsive, so like I'll get the idea that I want to talk, and then like 2 hours later I won't want to talk because I'm crazy and shit.
My phone identity is Jerry Lewis, and your
Yeah, it's funny. I
phone
picked Richard
identity is
Pryor.
Richard Pryor. They would have made a
Yeah,
good
because I'm
movie
kind
together.
of black. Totally, exactly. Yes. Okay, man. I'll talk to you
Don't you
later.
think
Okay.
Jerry Lewis and
You have
Richard
a good
Pryor?
one.
Would you put those in? Can you put them in a movie
Definitely.
together?
Totally. It would be fucking hilarious. He'd be better than maybe better than Gene Wilder. Maybe you know. But Gene Wilder was great too.
Throw Gene Wilder in the
white
movie.
partner. Oh yeah, put him in there too.
Yeah, you got
Fuck it.
Gene Wilder and Gene Martin in it.
Yeah, exactly. Put all the dudes from fucking Blazing Saddles up in there. Madeline Kahn, and fucking all that. Put the dudes from
So
Law and
Mel Brooks
Order
is
in
doing
there.
the
Jerry
script.
Orbach. Yeah, Mel Brooks. Fuck it.
He's written the
All
script
of that.
then.
Too bad they're not alive, but that's a problem. But we'll work around that. Actually,
Well, the
Gene
thing
Wilder's
about
still alive,
Jerry
as far as I know.
Lewis, anybody could do it. Lewis, hey there, I tell ya.
Motherfuckers be fucking with you when you're bitch in prison.
Boy.
They get funky on a nigga. They get funky on a nigga. Oh, I said nigga. Sorry. Nigga. My bad. I apologize. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Talking about drinks, Negratinis, peach bellinis. martini cup, sipping. Jug Life, get it? It's Jughead. Bunch of knuckleheads. This has been fun. Y'all come up in this. Yeah, here. Futures audience. Peace, love, all the other stuff.